Good morning, guys. It is about 8 minutes until our reset. We're just doing a quick pre-trip, checking out everything. I had to fill up one of my hub oil seals over here in the front. Just had to give it a quick refill, but we are about to head out here, just making sure all the lights and everything's working, and then we will go ahead and get all set. And then I think it's about almost 5:30, so a couple hours till we get to Manor, Texas, and then we'll get unloaded. I'll show you guys the like 30 trash cans. It's like 13-gallon trash cans that we're moving, so it's not even that bad. Hopefully we can get in and out, and then we'll head up to Temple. So catch you guys here in a little bit. All right, YouTube, just checking back in with everybody. We are over here in Waco, Texas, about to fill up at the Quick Trip, and then I don't know if you can see the price. It's $309. The Pilot, just about a quarter mile up the road, was $310. So I mean, the prices were pretty comparable, but normally the truck stops are going to be a little bit busier as far as everybody getting fuel. I don't know if you can see over there that other pump. There's like two pumps that are just completely empty. This one I just pulled up and just pulled right in. Sometimes you'll have to wait behind, a truck or two, which is not a big deal, but it's just, if you're gonna save a penny and you're going right to the front of the line, why not just head over to the Quick Trip over here in Waco? But I do like Pilots because, like I said, they normally have Subways in them, and that's kind of the way that I've been eating cheaper and trying to stay kind of healthy. I mean, that's the hardest thing to do, is try and stay healthy over the road. So I just get like a foot long, and then I'll just eat half for lunch and then half for dinner. So, but we'll get this. I think we're about an hour away from Manor, Texas, and then we'll get the stuff off the truck. I'll show you the load, and then we'll head over to Temple. So catch you guys here in a minute. Just touching base back with you guys. We're still over here in Waco. We just left the QT, but you see the blinking right there? It's $345 cash or $351. So it ended up being a lot cheaper over here at the QT, and can't see if it's busy or not. Not too bad. But yeah, so just right there, just knowing that the QT, the speed codes, like a lot of your gas stations, are going to be cheaper than your truck stops, just like I was saying earlier, because we're in a box truck, we can maneuver a little bit easier. But I'll catch back up. Alrighty, guys, that's what was on the truck. So we are good to go, all nice and empty. Got all the straps, the load bars, the pallet jack, and those boxes. I think it was like 30 boxes. So as you can see, it helps to just a little sweaty, but I think I was here for maybe 10-15 minutes. They were already out here to help me unload, so I just put them, there were no pallets, so I just put them at the end of the truck, and then they just offloaded them over there. So we will catch you guys in Temple here in a few minutes. Alrighty, we are checked in over here in Temple, Texas. Onto the truck, about to go get it loaded up. I think they said bay number 13, which I believe is over there. So we will go get loaded up and see what we got going on. And after we're loaded up, I'll come back and check in with, and we'll probably go grab some lunch because it's about 11:30, and then we will start heading into Houston, because I think this is going to Pearland, Texas. So yep. But alrighty, let's see how this loading process goes, if it's a lot of work for me or if it's a pretty quick unload. We'll see.
Alright, YouTube, we are back. Just checking in with you. Got loaded up over here. There were some chairs for a school, so they didn't actually let me load, so I just kind of sat in my truck, and I ended up factoring my load that I just dropped off about an hour ago. So what I did was went to that dropped it, just got in the truck, booked it over to pick up because I knew I was going to get there at like 11:30. So I didn't really want to waste time because I don't know how everybody's lunch schedule is. So if you get there at like noon, everybody goes to lunch for an hour, or if I stop for gas or anything like that. Basically, if I would have wasted like 30 minutes, I might have gotten there at lunch, so I would have missed out. Not missed out, but I just would have had to wait an hour. So what I did was I got over there. They got me loaded up real quick. They put the seal on it, and we're good to go. Two things that I did want to go over real quick, because like I said, this can be like day to day. Like I can start the morning, say, hey, whatever. But I think new authorities, people who are looking to start, I think that if you can go to one stop and get all the information, I think that's more beneficial to people, and that's really what I'm trying to do with this. Not really follow me around. I mean, it's driving. It's kind of boring. Got to roll your window down if you're like, feel like you need like the air to wake you up, or not wake you up, but just kind of keep you there. You got things to listen to, whether it's the radio or podcasts are big or whatever. But I think just information is going to be the key. So what I'm going to do is talk about loading and unloading. So I have a pallet jack. What I normally like to do if they're going to like load or unload with forklifts that you drive on, I think I always ask if they can just put it at the end of the truck, and then I can move it with my pallet jack, or if we're unloading, then I can put it at the end of the truck, and then they can just drive, scoop it with their forks, and then get them out. They're normally pretty much like 800 to 1,000 pounds, the pallet, so it's not really that heavy. A little bit more work for me, but it's peace of mind of just being like, they're not driving in and out of your truck. My clearance, I think, is 96 on the back door, and those forklifts are like normally right at 94, 95. So like, I mean, they can make it, but if your door comes down a little bit or something, then they might hit it. So it's just, I don't know, for me it's just peace of mind. It's easier, and I don't mind a little sweat equity to to make sure that everything goes smooth and everything like that. But again, these people, they just hand loaded it with dollies, like chairs that were stacked maybe 10 high or something. They just rolled them in, and they strapped them, sealed them, put my pallet jack back on there. And then the other thing was factoring. So I use Truck Smarter. So that's what I was going to say was, Truck Smarter, it's a free app, has a free load board, and the factoring is like 2.5 or 2.75 for factoring. So again, that's how you get your money. So whenever you complete a load, you get the BOL, you get your rate confirmation. So if you took something for $1,000 or $2,000, you get that piece of paper that you signed that said, hey, you're taking it from point A to point B for $2,000. So you upload that, and then you upload the bill of lading, which the shipper gives to you. So like when I just picked up this load over here, they gave me a couple pieces of paper, and so now I take that with me, and whenever I get to Pearland, I'll have them sign it, and then I'll take a picture and upload that as well. And those are the only two things that you need to get paid, and it's a quick process by the end of the following day. So if you drop it off on Monday, by Tuesday it'll be in your account. If you need it quicker, they do have like instant, but I think it's 15 or $50 or $30. I think it's all depending on how much your load is. I'm not really sure because I've never done it. But if you need the money, you can pay a little bit and they'll give it to you right then. And I think Truck Smarter is going to be pretty competitive. If not, it's probably the best as far as the rate. 2.75 I think is what I pay. So you need factoring, and then I dispatch myself. I'm the driver, I'm the owner operator, I'm the everything. So try and keep, because at the very beginning you're not going to be making $2-3 a mile like everybody. If you drive a reefer, you can make $3-2.50. If you drive other trailer types, you can make more money. but I think it's just unrealistic. So what I'm trying to do is just give everybody the knowledge of the owner operator. And this is another thing too. I stopped over at Buc-ee's. So like this was like $1, but you go to like a truck stop, it's like $2.50, or it's like $2 or $2.50, I don't remember. So it's just like little stuff like that. So I have a cooler that holds like 6 drinks, and then I have a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper. So every morning you just put one in there. All the hotels that I stay at pretty much have ice. So, and they have refrigerators. So I mean, if you wanted to at night, you could throw them in the refrigerator, and then in the morning they'll be cold. Or at night you put a little ice in your cooler, and then in the morning it'll be cool. Just dump it out, put more ice in, and then you're good for the 8, 10, 12 hours. And then a case of water. You just throw a couple in there, use a couple, drink a couple, throw a couple more in. I mean, they get cold 10 to 15 minutes. But I don't want to ramble because I do have to drive to Houston. But again, I just wanted to go over the 2 things, the loading and unloading. If you just have your pallet jack yourself, which I forgot to mention, is like I think $300 or $500. So again, if you're making a list, pallet jack, straps, I think are like 2 for $20. I went to like Northern Tool or Harbor Freight. I just went with the bare minimum. Like, I'm not trying to get the fancy stuff. I want to see how it's going to go. And I actually was nice to the shipper for a couple days ago, and he asked me if he was like, we've had these straps laying here for like a week. You want them? I was like, sure. So I mean, just be respectful. I'm not expecting to get straps from people, but if they, you know, if you're nice to people, hey, can I help you unload? No, you're not really supposed to. It's like, okay, I just want, you know, it to go smoother and everything like that. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. So if you're going to get in trouble, I'll go sit in my truck. No harm, no foul. I just try and help them out because, you know, at the end of the day, the faster I get loaded, the faster I can hit the road. So this is about, I think, 12 minutes now. So I'm not rambling. Like I said, factoring, loading, unloading, that's a wrap. Y'all be good. Have a good day. I'm going to drive to Houston. I'll check in with you whenever I get there, and then we'll drop this tomorrow morning in Pearland.